Hey guys, and welcome to Top Channel 111. Today we're going to be looking at this Zyza shaders pack, and it includes a lot of amazing anime stuff. It's a collection of different projects, and I think if you are interested in NPR renders or anime renders, this is really an interesting project you might want to look at. Yeah, we're going to explore the project files and maybe even try to do a quick breakdown of the materials and how he approached them, because I just love this project. I'm going to get to add a link in the description, and what you get is these 6 project files, and everything in them is just unique, and how he approached the project. So let's start with this grass here. Just look at that. It's all animated. You can just look at that, and I think it renders best in cycles, but you can still see that there is a lot of detail in Eevee. But in cycles, it's just on a different level. Just look at those blades there. You would think that he's using something like geometry nodes, but no, he's using the old particle system. He has just 3 things, 3 particle systems here. And let's look at one by one. So yeah, he starts off with this base here that is animating. I think it also helps with the wind texture or the wind detail there, and I think he's just using a series of nodes here, and he starts off with a BSDF. Let me see how that looks in cycles. To turn this back on, he has a BSDF that looks like this. If you're using cycles, make sure you switch to GPU. So you can see what he starts with. I convert that to RGB with the RGB shader. It doesn't look much here, so I'm not sure why he did that or what this does at all. So I think he would be okay with just I think maybe this works in Eevee, but I still don't see anything that these 3 nodes do. So let's see if we just start from here. Does that make a difference? Yeah, everything looks, yeah. So this part here seems redundant because it seems to work without even that. It's really good to just jump into projects like this by other artists to see how they approach things. Let's go beyond the materials and look at these particle systems. So let's jump into the first particle system. So it has these things here, like flowers. You can see they're just floating, they're not attached to anything, and because he has the pivot point away from these, that's why you see that they are not sticking on the ground. He's using a turbulence force, I think. Yeah, he's using a turbulence force to animate these. So if I turn that off, oh yeah, that's how he's animating things. He's just adding a turbulence force that is moving, and because these are hair particles, that's why you see there is some movement in them, and yeah, then you have the grass also animated the same way. Let's move on to the next project, which is this water. It looks great, and the materials for these just look quite complicated. So it has this node group, and if you tab into it, just look at that. It could also be that they look complicated because it's under a node group. So let's ungroup that. Yeah. See, did we break anything? Yeah, the animation is broken. So you have to, yeah, ungrouping it breaks a lot of things. So if you want to explore this, let's see. This part does what? It gives you that gradient. So it's using a noise texture, mapping it, giving it some color, and it's using, let's see, there should be some gradient here. Oh, this gradient here, giving it some color. He's basically just layering effects on effects. Yeah, it's animated and everything. I would push this gradient further if it was up to me. I think all you have to do is, because this is the gradient that controls that, if I added a math node here, I think that could change this. Yeah, this could allow me to push it further. Let's go to the next one. This here, just look at those eggs here. Let's see, what is he using? No geometry node. So this is what he's doing. He's using an object which should be, this empty initial fire. When it moves up, because he has set the coordinates to that object, then the fire animates. He has three layers that make up the fire. There's this, which is noise gradient, colorized, and he's using another noise texture, kind of subtract from the other, and you have the emission and transparency, and then he gets that. I think the material is set to alpha plane. I thought it would be alpha. Okay. Which gives you the same results. What else? So that's the first layer. Oh, what about this sphere? Does it do anything? Doesn't seem to do anything. Let's see how does this look in cycles. So it's not designed for cycles. So without this roughness, let's see. Roughness does add a settle effect to it. It starts with the principle, converts it to, let's see, what am I looking at here? So looking at the white part of the egg, there are very few nodes, converts that to RGB, and then ramp control the colors. Use them. What does this do? Changes the hue. This node doesn't seem to do anything. And then gives them a bit of color. And let's look at the yolk. Does the same thing. Adds some bit of color. Yeah, these nodes are very easy to follow. Let me see how is he approaching the outline, that line there. Let's see, I think he's using modifiers. Okay, so has a solidify modifier. Okay, this is another solidify modifier, just renaming it to outline, and that's where the line comes from. This is a popular technique. I just add a solidify modifier and flip the normals and give it a material offset. So he's using -100, and basically this is just choosing the last material in this outline. What else? We have fire, we have this pan. It's made of different objects. Let's bring in a light. This one has no outline, uses a glossy PSDF to RGB and gives this colorize this mix color. If you want to change the color from color, change the pan to any color you want. Nice. Moving on. No, we have the burger. So I think the fire and the pan is using the same trick as with the shaders to compile. Hey, look at that. I'd like to see how he's animating these. Let's see. This first one. Is this a cloth? Maybe a cloth. No, it's not. Oh. As me, so he's using he has rigged all these. I'm actually interested in the animation more. He just keep I think he's using something like wiggle bombs. Nice. Then this, I think, is approaching things in the same way. We have some undefined shaders. If you're saying this, is because you're using perhaps an earlier version or a version without the materials of the nodes he's using. What are these? Curves? No. Meshes. But I would imagine he used curves and then converted them into, yeah, he was using curves and then converted them into meshes. Links are going to be in the description if you want to check out these projects. They're all free, but you can leave something for the artist to support them, because these are really interesting materials and very amazing to explore. If you want to create more stylized art, check out this add-on here. It's a collection of different shaders. Let me know what you think.